I'm going to talk a bit about the iPad and why I think it's such a wonderful tool. For people who are lacking perhaps a bit of confidence in their technology. So why might you want an iPad? Hands up who's got an iPad or an iPhone? Oh, that's a good number. And computer, who's on the computer? Oh, very good, very good. Who likes their iPad better than their computer? Oh. Who feels that they use it enough?
Oh, yes.
Good, good. Do you use it for a lot of things or just your basics? Good, excellent. Top of class. All right, so why might you want an iPad or an iPhone? I do have people, well, these days, I think we are more and more being forced to get online. We want to do that in a way that is as simple as possible. I think we now are getting our bills, our statements, all sorts of things online. We're really being pushed more and more to get online. Things come by email, and many businesses are actually really forcing us to do business with them. And it's actually quite scary, really, because with the clientele that I see, this comes with a lot of danger. Because if people aren't educated in how to use their technology and the dangers that are out there about what comes through an email, they can actually get themselves in a lot of trouble. And I've seen many highly stressed clients who have inadvertently given away email addresses and passwords, they've been locked out of their mail, lost money, all those sort of things. And it's quite seriously bad for their health as well, the stress that causes. And I think for a lot of people as well, we're being forced to keep in contact with the kids and friends who are away from home. You've got to have a computer these days or an iPad. You know, they expect you to Skype them and FaceTime them and email them. So it's how you can do that in the easiest possible way. And a lot of people that I see do say, well, I think I need a computer. You know, I need a computer to do all those things. They don't realise that, well, actually, perhaps they don't, because a computer is that much harder to use. You don't actually need a computer because your iPad can do so many of those things that a computer does, but so much more. iPads are portable, easy to use, and they're actually safer. You know, there's been a scam that was in the press this weekend. Have you seen that, the AGL email scam that apparently over 10,000 people have fallen for, where it looks like it's actually a bill, and you download the bill on your Windows computer, for example, and it locks up your computer. And then you've got to pay a ransom to get access to your computer. And unless you've got a backup, you're stuck, you lose everything. So there's some very scary things, but on an iPad or iPhone, you're fine. You click that link with that file in it, nothing will happen. It's only going to cause the damage on a computer. So I actually have clients that come to me and say, oh, I don't like to do my internet banking on my iPad because I don't think it's safe. It's probably safer on an iPad than you are on a computer. So let's look at some of the things that make an iPad even better than a computer. So it's a camera and a video camera, a very good quality one at that. The phone, my iPhone, I remember when I was overseas last year, all my photos were on my iPhone, and they're pretty good. People were asking me, what did I use to take my photos? It can hold all your memories, your albums of photos. My mum, she's the queen of the iPad for her photos. She has album after album. There's the Coulston's 2015, Coulston's 2014, Coulston's 2013. Then she's got Christmas 2015. You know, she puts all her photos into her albums and she absolutely loves it. It can even give you a photo journal of your trip. So this is the photo journal of the trip that my husband and I took last year when we deserted our children. This is my daughter Amy at the back there. We deserted them for 7 weeks and went to Europe. But this is actually showing me where we went and where all the photos were taken. And I can actually zoom in on that and see all the towns that we visited, tap on one of those and just see the photos of that town. So there's no arguments anymore over where we took the photo, because I know. Saves the marriage sometimes. It's a TV. You can watch catch-up TV. Who watches catch-up TV on their iPad? Channel 7, Channel 9, ABC iView, Netflix, all of those things. You can actually get by without a TV. And it can take you to the movies. You can rent movies. This is why the video shops are all going out of business, because you can just download a movie, have a family movie night anytime you like, or you can purchase movies. You can purchase TV series. It's a street directory. We don't have, who has a street directory anymore? Because it's actually built into your iPad and iPhone, and if you've got a SIM card, mobile data for your device, it can give you turn-by-turn directions. I have a sat-nav in my car that I never use anymore, because all I do, I actually speak to my iPhone and say, give me directions to Melbourne Town Hall, and it will give me the turn-by-turn directions. I don't even have to tap the screen. It's a music player. You can play any type of music that you like. It's even got podcasts. Has anyone discovered podcasts? So you can, all these catch-up radio programs or episodes, video episodes of TV series. And it's all free. It's all built in. When I show people that at classes, they go, really? It's amazing. Did you know it can take dictation? Has anyone tried that? So these days, when I'm typing up an email, I tend to not actually type. I talk. There's a little microphone right next to your space bar on your keyboard. If you tap that and speak nice and clearly, it types it all for you. It's wonderful. Try it. Even when you're writing a text, you'll see that little microphone. Tap on it, say your text, and it puts the words in. I've actually got an almost deaf client. And the first time he came, I was actually finding myself just speaking very loudly, and he was struggling to understand me. So instead of doing that, I just got off the screen the notes app, tapped the microphone, and as I spoke, it typed each word so that he was watching my lips, watching the screen, and the appointment went really well from that point forward. And we even had a record of what we said that I could send to him, so he had all the information about what we discussed. It's absolutely amazing. Has anyone used their iPad or iPhone as a scanner? Absolutely amazing. My favourite is this particular app here, which is called Scannable. Fantastic app. Hold your phone or iPad above a document, sign a document for the financial planner or for the accountant, hold your phone above it, and it scans it, it crops it, it clarifies it, and you hit send, done. You don't have to actually get that, you have to get that printer fired up and put it in the scanner. I hate it. It never works properly.
Does that work for iPhone as well?
Yes.
And what's it called?
Scannable. Next app. Love it. Yeah, it's really good. I even used it was Amy's younger sister, Meg's 21st. And I had all the photos in the box. And so I was doing the slideshow preparation for her 21st. So I just used Scannable, one photo at a time underneath it. You don't even have to touch the screen. Just hold it there, put a photo under, and it just scanned all these photos absolutely beautifully. So quick and easy. Even a photo that we've got on the wall, filled it up, took a beautiful photo of that. Give it a go, it's fantastic. It's your address book, or your contact information in there. If you put people's birthdays into the contacts app, it comes up on the calendar and you get a reminder. People think you're really, not forgetful at all. You get away with it. It's your diary, your wall calendar, but the best thing about the calendar app is that it actually does pop up and remind you what you've got on. Whereas your wall calendar and your diary don't make a noise. It's your mobile library. Who uses iBooks? Yeah, great for travel. A lot of people say, I don't really want to read on an iPad, but do you know what? and buy the book, download the sample, have a read of the first few chapters, and then you can go and buy it without having to sit in the shop and read the chapters. So there's a sample feature that you'll see. iBooks, actually, in saying that, iBooks is also where you can store any PDF documents, you know, documents that you get in email, statements, all that sort of stuff. You can save that into your iBooks, so you've got somewhere to store them. You can read audiobooks to you. You can get heaps of apps that are your cookbooks. Actually, I don't really use the apps, I just Google. You know, when it comes time to cook, looking in your fridge, I've got some, you know, chicken, mushrooms, capsicum. I would just Google chicken, mushrooms, capsicum recipe and see the list of recipes that come up. It's your notepad, and even now, actually, the Notes app, you can handwrite. I handwrite my notes in the Notes app. And if you get the newer iPad Pro, you get this pencil that goes with it, and it's beautiful. I do all my notes handwritten on my iPad now. I don't need to have a notebook, except when my pencil runs out of power. It's your set of filing cabinets. There's all sorts of apps that allow you to save away all the important stuff in your life. So for me, this particular app, which is called Evernote, which I run classes on because I'm just a bit evangelical about Evernote, it's got my life in it. It's just, I put so much in there. There's recipes, there's trips, there's itineraries, and Scannable allows you to scan things straight into Evernote because it's part of the suite of products. So I scan it, in it goes all receipts, all my business receipts. I scan them from Evernote, from Scannable straight into Evernote. Absolutely amazing.
Lynette, what about security on those things?
Security on all those things, what I would say, if I come back a step, anything where I store information in the cloud, have we heard of the cloud?
Yes.
Where basically we're storing it with another business, with another company, and they're storing it on their computers. And we're all concerned about our security and hacking and all that sort of stuff. Anything that I have in the cloud, I always use something called two-step verification, which is like with your bank, where if you pay someone for the first time, you know, you get a text to your mobile phone and you have to put that code in before you can actually add that payee. Same thing with all your online accounts. You make sure you don't just rely on your password, you have this two-step verification set up so that if you get caught out, you've got that next layer of protection. That the person would have to have both your password and email address and your phone, for example, to be able to hack your account. So I would not ever use an online account without that set up. Even your emails, Gmail, all that sort of stuff, you can do that.
Lynette, is it true that banks would never send you an email?
They would never send you an email saying, verify your account.
Yeah.
Banks, electricity companies, PayPal, iCloud. I get all sorts of scam emails. You know, your iCloud account needs verification. You know, click here. Just my philosophy is trust nothing.
Yes.
Trust nothing at all.
I had one this morning from the
Did you?
ANZ Bank that wanted a survey.
Even then, no.
And I thought,
no way.
Just read the manager and say.
No, I just deleted
No, delete them. Don't trust any of them.
Yeah.
I've just seen too many people caught out, and even an email from a friend. I've had people caught out in the past because what can happen is a friend of yours can get hacked. They've given away their email address and password, so therefore all their friends have been emailed out of their account. So it looks like it's come from them, and it has come from them, but it's because they've been caught out. And often those emails will say you've got a message or you've got a WhatsApp message or something like that, you've got a file to open. Never trust them. Ring the person if you really are concerned that it might be from them. Even I had one from the energy company that just wanted me to, click this link to confirm that I would start getting my bills by email. And I've got an email from them as well with the same thing. And look, the email address will look legitimate, well, probably is, But I rang them and I said, tell me, did you send me this? And it took them quite a while to work through their systems to say, yep, we did. But yeah, I just don't trust anything. Best to be safe. If anyone ever needs any help with that, it's certainly something I can help with, because it's just different. You've got to go into the account online and set up that two-step verification. But highly recommended for any of your Gmail, your Outlook, your Hotmail, any of your mail accounts, you should have this set up, because it gives you that security that you don't have otherwise. The other thing that I would say to all of you is, I know it's a pain, but you've got to look at keeping your passwords separate for each of your online accounts. Different passwords for different online accounts. And I know how hard that is. You can't remember them. You can't remember them. And so what I then suggest is, I mean, a lot of people will write their passwords in books or store them on their computer, but what I suggest is getting a password safe, an app. If you've got an iPad or iPhone, there's one called 1Password, the digit password, 1Password. The idea is, you remember the password to that, store all your passwords in there. You don't have to remember all of those, because all you have to remember is the combination to the safe. So that's how I manage. I've got so many passwords, but it doesn't worry me, because I just have to know that one password to find out what my passwords are to everything else. Yeah. Because what they're trying to do when they're trying to send you those emails, click on a link. Quite often they'll take you to a screen that says enter your email address and your password. And once they've got that, they've then got access to all sorts of areas of your online world. And also be aware that certain subscriptions that you might have taken, online subscriptions, so many people use the same password that they use for their email and their iCloud and all that sort of stuff. For something like Groupon or, deals.com, they're never going to have the level of security of some of the other online services. So they could get hacked, and then your details are out there, and they can then go into all your other accounts. So be very, very careful with that. It's really worth thinking about securing each of your accounts at separate passwords. Now that I've scared you. And I go. All right. If anyone's into art, your iPad is a beautiful canvas. You can, especially with the iPad Pro's pencil and some of these beautiful art apps, you can do amazing artwork. And it can entertain you. You can play Bridge Baron, Solitaire, all sorts of games on it. Lots of time wasters. Candy Crush, Words with Friends. I mean, just in terms of, I laugh about that, but Words with Friends is a wonderful app. It's Scrabble, but you're just playing turn about with a friend, but it keeps you connected. It might be someone that you don't see very often, but just that connection through words, and you can have a little bit of a chat with them, it's a great word. It's just that way of connecting with someone that you don't see very often. And it can also be your personal assistant, and this is my favourite thing. I talk to my phone all the time, don't I, Amy? It's embarrassing for them. But you don't have to type things. It is your personal assistant. Your iPad and iPhone has something built in called Siri. And you probably thought, I don't think so. But it's amazing what it can do. So I will say to my iPhone, set an alarm for 8 a.m. Schedule a doctor's appointment for 10 a.m. tomorrow. If I need to call someone back, call John at 3 p.m. today. I say it, it's in there, it then pops up and reminds me. Give me directions somewhere. So it's an amazing tool that is worth getting to know and exploring. Can I go over time?
There's questions.
You can read the newspaper on it, monitor your stocks. Actually, I put one in here, manage the farm. That was for Hopetoun. Probably not relevant down here. Check if it's about to rain. Oh my gosh, we were in Sydney for the weekend. 200 millimetres. I was on my weather app, checking how much rain we had in the radar. We were on Sydney Harbour on Saturday night, and I looked at the radar in my app, and this massive cloud was coming towards us. Very scary. Sometimes it's not worth checking it. You can keep up to date on the fires if you're in the country or at home. have it actually let you know when there's a fire nearby. You can talk to family and friends, Skype, FaceTime. You can even use an iPad as a phone. When we were away, we didn't have phone access. We did, but we didn't want to use it too much. So we would talk over the phone or video chat with the kids back home while we were away, using the internet. Didn't need a phone line. You can message each other. Oh, that's a cute photo. I love the way the conversation looks. Do you know iMessage? It's just not going to work that quick. You can stalk the kids on Facebook or the grandkids. My mother very much enjoys telling me what Amy's doing and what Meg's doing on Facebook because I don't see it often enough. And it can do all the other computer stuff as well. It is a computer as well. You can do spreadsheets. You can use Word, Excel, PowerPoint. A lot of people don't realise that. It can do all that computer stuff. You can print. Did anyone think that you couldn't print from the iPad? You can actually print. You've just got to have a printer that has the capability to receive the prints, but most of them do these days. And of course you can Google and surf the web. I've had on a surfboard. And send and receive emails, all your basic stuff. And also, if you add a keyboard, you've pretty much got a laptop. You know, so in the end, do you really need a laptop for what you do in your day-to-day life? Just a Bluetooth keyboard. So Bluetooth is a wireless technology that lets one device talk to another. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, you talk a lot about iPads, but are you saying that you're not supporting other types of devices?
I run classes about iPads and iPhones. I haven't had the demand for Android. I do one-on-one help with people. So other tablet types, the Samsungs, absolutely will do so much of this as well. Apple has a wonderful array of apps. They're best for the apps, but the other devices are great as well. So it's not just about Apple.
No.
You can think about all these things and translate them across to an Android, Samsung type device. And it's never too late to learn. Don't think you can't. You absolutely can. And this is my motto, you can do IT. Yes, you can do it. Don't think you can't. Think about all those things that you can do beyond just your basics of what you would do on a computer. So if you're interested in learning more or just need help, this is my little logo, IT and computer help, and that's my logo. It's very good. There you go. Lynette?
You left out the weather.
The weather?
The weather.
Oh, the bomb site. Yeah. I've got Oz weather. That's the one I love. I'm looking at my radar. Buying an app. Buying an app, yes.
How do you go about doing that?
Apps, who knows how to buy an app?
I do.
Apps.
The Apple Store,
Yes.
and you type in what you want, and it comes out, and you buy it.
So there's an app called the App Store. It's got an A on it, a little blue A. Oh, it's a blue app, it's got a white A, I think. So you go in there, you have to have an online account with Apple, again, with two-step verification, I would suggest. And you actually can either redeem credit using those little gift cards, little gift cards you can get from the supermarket to buy things. So much is free though. I think just about everything that I showed you there was free. You don't actually need to spend any money, which is just amazing.
Otherwise, you use PayPal. That's, I think, is that the
You're not PayPal for the app, not for the App Store. No, you can either have your credit card recorded against your account. That's exactly right. So it is quite easy once you know how. I'll pass on that.
What was the security act again?
Digit one, password. So it's a one word, one password. Yeah, it's really good. It used to be a paid app and was quite expensive, and they've made it free, which is wonderful, a free version. So it really is very, very good.
Any other questions, ladies?
I'm inspired to do more.
Yeah.
you.
No worries.